What's up, guys? This is I guess like an update to my first diphenhydramine trip report, and I've tripped on it about 3 times since then, and each time has been a lot more powerful. Each time I've gone above 600 milligrams. I think the highest that I've gone so far is about like 750, and I guess I'll start with like the first time that I did it again after I made that video, and that was I went over to a friend's house. I picked up a pack of 36, and we stole a couple, like 15 from somebody, and I took like all 15 or whatever, however many it was of the ones that we took, and then I took like 12 more, somewhere around that. So yeah, or maybe not that many, maybe it wasn't 12 more, maybe it was like 5 more, 7 more, something like that. And that was probably the first time that I've actually gotten any real hallucinations, probably my strongest time. About 35 minutes into it, I was laying down on the floor, and my friend was in his bed, and we were, for the most part, in the dark. Just the TV was on, and that was like all that was providing light. And when I looked down at my pillow, there was literally they looked like almost like spiders, but they had 8 legs on each side, and they were a lot like smaller. And then one of them jumped off of my pillow, and its like legs extended out. And I told my friend, I was like, looked over at my friend, I freaked out. I was like, dude, look. And he was like, there's nothing there. And then they disappeared. And then I started seeing like the things like next to the TV and stuff shift back and forth, like keep sliding from one side to another side, like my previous times when I did it. And I fell asleep shortly after that, and then I guess I woke up like an hour and a half later. I went into his bathroom, and I started pissing in his sink for like no reason, and like I don't know why I was doing that, but I didn't realize until like I already started pissing. Like, I looked into the mirror, and I saw my friend staring at me in the mirror. I like flipped the fuck out. I stepped back, and I pissed all over his floor, and I guess I grabbed like a towel to clean it up. I guess like I forgot what I was doing, and I forgot where I was, or not where I was, but like what I was doing. So I opened the door, and I like just went into his living room, and I dropped the towel. And then his mom, I guess, heard me, and she came in, and then she started talking to me. She like was asking me if I was on something or something like that, and I was just like, I gave her some bullshit excuse that I mean like I didn't even know what I was doing, and I said like something like I hadn't gotten any sleep in like a long ass time. So then she went and got my friend, woke him up, and she said that like she thought I was on something. And so then he came in, and he was like, dude, are you okay? Are you sleepwalking? I was like, yeah. And then his mom was like, you need to go to sleep. And I like laid down on their couch, and my friend was like, you need to come in. You need to come into my room. And I basically just went back to sleep, and that was really scary, because I'm pretty sure, I don't remember like the conversation with his mom very well, but I'm pretty sure that I was seeing another person in the room, but I don't really remember. And then the next time that I did it, I believe, was by myself on like a Friday night. It was like about like 3 weeks later, and I took 25 milligram pills, so it was about like 650, and I didn't really record it all that well. I think it was like 25 minutes, and like like I didn't record the time very well as to when everything kicked in, but I believe it was about 25 minutes when I started getting the initial effects, which are like, you know, the motor skill trouble, or ataxia, and definitely dry mouth, which I get pretty much on anything that I do. I noticed immediately that I started seeing this has happened to me on the other times. It's like I'm not actually seeing the bugs, but I'll see like they almost look like little tiny mites or something crawling on my blanket or on my desk, things like that. And so I wasn't really scared of that, and then I started seeing like gnats and shit flying around my room, but it was like they were gnats, but they had like bigger wings, like they almost had like dragonfly wings. And I caught one, or I didn't catch one, it landed on my blanket, and I grabbed it and I smushed it, and I looked at my hand, I saw it's like guts and shit, and then like it disappeared. And I kept talking to myself, but it wasn't that I wasn't seeing anybody or anything. It was because I had my Xbox on, and I had been talking to somebody like as I took the shit, and I kept forgetting that, like, because I have two different headsets. I have my Skull Candies and my Turtle Beaches, and basically I kept forgetting which one I had on, so every time I would talk to somebody and they wouldn't reply, I kept feeling the side of my head to feel if like I could feel a mic, and I wouldn't feel like the microphone, and I'd like flip out and I'd like take my headset off, and I did that about 6 times. And then I kept smoking a cigarette. I could like see the smoke and I could see the cigarette, and then all of a sudden I would just randomly drop it, and I would look around for it, and I wouldn't be able to find it, and then I'd be like, oh, I never even had a cigarette in the first place. And I kept seeing like this textured type of pattern on my wall. It was like across from me. None of the other walls had it, just the one that was behind my TV. It was like, looked like it had a certain kind of a texture on it, like that somebody did with like the paint. And I guess like once it started to wear off, I pretty much just went to sleep. I know that I had to drink a lot of water, because like nothing would satisfy like my thirst and shit. So yeah, I definitely have different thoughts on it now. I just thought that like I just had some form of a natural tolerance to it, because with opiates I have like an extremely high tolerance for like no reason, because I rarely ever take them, but whenever I do, I have to take a shit ton. And that's not the case. I just wasn't taking enough, really. I do actually like this, and like I wouldn't recommend that any of you do it. And but if you do, like, it's pretty fun, honestly. It's a good thing to start out with if you haven't done any real hallucinogens or anything. I mean, and that's really debatable, because you know, like, it can be a strong experience for people that don't know what they're doing and all, but I mean, definitely just do research, and like that's why I upload these videos, is for people that need to do research. And so I mean, like, yeah, just bye.